While we believe individuals, organizations, and others can continue to gather on Capitol Hill peacefully, the continued disorder, the violence, and the impacts on residents and businesses are not just at odds with the message of justice and equity. They cannot continue to occur. We are working with community to bring this to an end.
All right, well, better late than never. The mayor of Seattle under enormous criticism right now for allowing this to go on in Seattle as long as it has had, where independent groups have seized a 6-block radius in Seattle. The last straw was over the weekend when cops couldn't get in there to deal with shooting victims. One of them died. Right now, the read from Jason Rantz, the Jason Rantz Show, a very popular host on KTTH in Seattle. Jason, I think the mayor just blinked. But now what happens?
Well, it sort of sounds like she blinks, but not quite. At least as of last night, there was actually no plan to clear this zone and get back into the East Precinct, which is this police station that has been overtaken by these protesters. What we saw last night from the mayor was just a lot of words, but not a lot of substance. So that clip that you just played there was kind of as much as she spent going after the violence. There was a shooting earlier this morning in the same area. So last night, protesters there basically were taking the position of we're not going to leave. They rearranged some of the barriers that the city had put there, and they're saying, yeah, we're not going until our demands are met.
You know, I'm wondering, I heard about the precinct reopening it. Was that the police just saying, hook or crook, we're going back there? Or did the mayor give them her blessing? I mean, how did that happen? Because to your point, it hasn't formally happened yet.
Yeah, there are a lot of mixed messages. So behind the scenes, cops are very unhappy. The Seattle Police Officers Guild, the union here, is saying we absolutely need to retake this precinct because we see what's happening as far as public safety. Not only the shootings, 3 instances of shootings over just the last couple days, but when you're calling 911 and you've got an emergency, it takes 3 times as long to get to you per the SPD. And part of that is because they just don't have the resources. You need a fully functioning precinct in this very densely populated neighborhood for them to actively and, be able to serve the community. So police are saying, look, you guys are selling us down a river. You're not backing us. The mayor early on in all of this was backing the cops until she decided that this might be a little bit too politically dangerous for her to do so in this city, because this is a city, especially this neighborhood, that has a lot of anti-cop folks. So she kind of sold them out in a way, and that's how they took it. So whether or not we're actually going to see in the coming days the East Precinct get back into the control of the police officer, it's anyone's guess. She says it, but there's not even a timeline.
I can't imagine if even if you're a resident of Seattle and you want to go in and see the city on a weekend or whatever, or you're in the area, you welcome this. I'm sure it's chasing people away even now.
Yeah, I mean, we've got some word from businesses that are getting ready to leave. There was an investment advisory firm that decided to call it quits on Seattle, in part citing the unrest here. They're going to Phoenix. You have businesses and, of course, people who actually live in the direct zone that are speaking up and saying, look, we support Black Lives Matter as a movement. We support a lot of the messages coming from this community of activists, but it's not safe. We can't get to and from our homes. We understand that when it gets dark outside, it gets much, much more dangerous, while activists in the community and the mayor for the longest time, this is a summer of love, it's a street party, it's cool, it's hip, it's fun. When those of us who have been covering it accurately, we've noted even during the quote-unquote peaceful times during the day, there's still a lot of fighting going on. And so this kind of violence that we saw over the weekend leading to the death of a 19-year-old kid and the shooting of a 17-year-old in the arm, we saw this coming.
Yeah, Jason, keep us posted. I'd love to have you back on. Jason Rantz Show, KTTH in beautiful Seattle. It's still a beautiful city.